Hello everyone, my name is BluMoon, and today I am going to be doing a more advanced candle spell. And in order to do more advanced candle spells, you are actually going to use two candles. Now, normally whenever people hear candles, they think of a single candle holder. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we are going to make our own container for the candles with aluminum foil. Now, what you're going to need is two candles, and now the candles are going to depend on what you're going to do. So you still need to think about what you're going to want to do and choose the two colors that are going to represent two different things of what you're trying to achieve. So today we are going to be doing a cleansing of land. So I chose black for protection, and and cleansing for the black, and white is going to represent the actual land. All right. So got our altar tile. We got a cone of incense. We got a little X-Acto knife, a lighter, and a little scriber so then we can carve into the candles, and a piece of soap that I've used. And I usually use it for soap magic, but I will tell you what we're going to be doing with that in a little bit later. So first, what you want to do is make the container. So what we're going to do is pull this out, and that's going to be about 10 inches there. Alright. And we're going to fold it in half. Alright, now that we've folded that in half, and I'm going to fold this little edge over. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to fold it over again. So we're going to fold that half into another half. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold up the edges, as you can see, about 3/4 of an inch. And then what we're going to do for the edges is when it comes to around here, what we're going to do is we're just going to pinch in the edges like so. So it's going to be a little bit rounded on the inside, but that's fine. That will help contain the wax a lot more, and that way it doesn't run out of this container. And then we're going to get to this fourth edge, and this might be a little bit harder for you guys, but that's actually not too bad. So there we have it. And what I usually do is, this is the same size in which I made it, and here is a one that I did actually last night, and as you can see, they're pretty much the same size. So as the two candles melt down, the candles will actually mix together, and the end result is will be a lot more powerful as they blend together naturally. As the wax from each candles mix together, it will create a lot more powerful spell. So now that we have that, it will fit right on our altar tile, and as you can tell, it's pretty dead on size for the tile. So, and this is 5.5, or 5.5 by 5.5. So, all right, now what we're going to want to do I'm just doing a little piece here of aluminum foil, and the reason is because we're going to want some pieces, some of the shavings that whenever we do for each candles, we want to actually take the shavings and spread it over the two candles later on. So what we're going to do now is we are going to carve into the candles. Now, since this is going to be for protection, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pentagram. And when you do this, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, of course you're going to try your best. All right. And then the circle. And also for this, you can do a sigil on the back. I usually like doing sigils, but you don't have to if you don't want to. If you don't want to use a sigil, what I suggest is that you actually write your intent down on the back side of the candle. So, for example, since this is going to be for cleansing the land, where you're going to write cleanse the land. Probably see the engravings. So that is one, and they don't have to go in here in any particular order. I usually like doing them on a 45, but I usually space them in between here at least half an inch. And that's just personal preference. That's how I've always done it and always had great success with it. So for this, since this is going to represent the land, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in here a little tree. So I'm going to do some inward curves right there. And I'm just going to draw a little squiggly line to represent the grass, and then some lines down here to represent the roots. And then we're going to just squiggly lines like that outwards, so it represents the branches coming off from the tree. All right, and then for this one is for cleansing the land. We are going to be, for this one, be writing "be at peace." You can go back over this if you don't think it's deep enough, just to kind of, as you carve, what you feel and what you think about is important, because that is going to mirror itself on the candle. All right. Now, very important thing here is going to rub the candles together. The reason why I do this is so that they can kind of already be a sense of one. And as you can see, this has a little bit of the white candle on it, and this has some debris of the black candle on it, which is good. So now what we're going to do is going to charge these. So I'm going to pause the video really quick to charge these, and I will be back in just a moment. Alright everybody, welcome back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to light the incense, and you should have already charged up your candles. Now, depending on the time it takes you to charge your candles, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 30 minutes. It all depends on how much you've practiced it. And I also do have a video on charging if you need help with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the smoke kind of encompass these, and I am just going to just put a little bit more energy into it while it encompasses the candles. Just a little bit more. Okay, so now that we have our mixture, what I do is I sprinkle the tops with the candles. This is to help blend them together nicely. Also, I use some soap that I usually use for soap magic. So as you can tell, it's very worn down. Now, soap is great to use because you've used it day after day after day after day. Your soap has a lot of energy of you into it. So to use it for something like this, I just got a little bit on that candle, and I'm not using a lot, I'm using enough so that it just covers it, and that will give it a nice power boost for our spell. Now, position these where you want them. Also, you can use this for the one that I used, this previous one for, was for more business coming in. There's really anything you can think of, if you can separate it into two different entities. This is really going to be a very powerful way to do your candle magic. So now that I have this all ready, since I'm using my pentagram altar tile, I usually like to call on the spirit. So let's do that. And you can alter this however you would like to. There's no problem with it if you want to change any words or if you want to use as is. Just make it your own. If you feel comfortable with it, use it. See how it works for you. O Great Spirit, come guide this rite so that it may be presented and sent to the universe, and guide it. Now, as I am pausing, I am sending energy into the candles. O Great Spirit, send this energy to its rightful place and its rightful area so that it may be used to protect and cleanse the area in which I suggested, to which I need, so that it may protect your children and the people there. Thank you, Great Spirit. So mote it be. So that will do it for this session. Thank you for watching, and please, if you enjoyed it and it has helped you, please leave a comment below and share, and don't forget to subscribe, and for new videos, for new content, and definitely for new ideas. So thank you very much. Blessed be.